Time for my 127th John Carpenter game. Wants to be Millionaire. The UK Family Picture Edition for the DVD.
Select either the adult
Okay.
or junior questions here. Okay, you've chosen to answer the adult questions. There are 15 of them between you and £1 million. Let's get you up to the first milestone as quickly as possible. Here is the first question for £100.
Okay. Which of these is not part of the crown jewels held in the Tower of London? Orb, scepter, crown, riding breeches. Let me riding
Very good. Off the mark with a correct answer. Take a look at question 2. It's for 200 quid.
Okay. Distracting attention from someone by getting in first is proverbially steal their shoes, horses, trousers, thunder. That'd be thunder.
Excellent. That's the right answer. The next question is worth £300. Here it comes.
If you see a penny and pick it up, what according to the rhyme can you expect to enjoy all day long? Headache, good luck, guilt complex, a penny. That'd be good luck.
That's good. It's the right answer. Okay, the next question is for 500 quid. Take a look.
Okay. What does the HN in the UK qualifications HND and HNC stand for? Half normal, heading north, higher national, held nationwide. That'd be higher national.
Well done. It's the correct answer.
Higher national degree and higher national classification, I believe.
You
Or
are
what they
one
mean,
question
actually.
away from your first milestone. Get this right, and you'll be guaranteed £1,000.
Okay. It's Not Unusual was the first UK #1 single for which singer? Elton John, Billy Idol, George Michael, Tom Jones. That'd be Tom Jones. There's actually a radio station where I live at 95.3 WEGG. They actually played Tom Jones' Not Unusual on the radio, actually. I think it was yesterday, actually.
Great, you're guaranteed a check.
About 5 6 o'clock,
£1,000.
actually.
But I don't want to give you that just yet. Let's shake things up a bit now by introducing a few pictures into the questions. Brand new experience for this special Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Now, you might as well play the next question. It's worth 2,000 quid.
Okay.
What did this president famously tell a crowd on the 26th of June, 1963? Je suis parisien. Soy de Madrid. Sono milanese. Ich bin ein Berliner.
Ich bin ein Berliner. Yeah.
You're doing very well.
I will
Another
say,
correct answer.
this is one of the few cases where the image in the British version and an image in the Australian game is actually harder than. There's a couple cases where images in the British game are harder in the Australian game.
But
So
here it comes. What colour denotes the circle line on a London Underground map? Red, light blue, dark blue, yellow.
it'd be yellow.
Very well done. You just won £4,000. The next question is worth £8,000, but you will drop 3,000 if you get it wrong. Here it comes.
Okay.
In which country was the legendary film star Errol Flynn born? USA, UK, New Zealand.
That'd be Australia. I was sure myself got this wrong because I played the Australian games. They're born on Battery Point, Tasmania, was where Flynn was born.
Starting to play for some serious money now. This question is worth £16,000, but get it wrong and you'll lose 7,000. Here it comes.
Okay.
Which product was advertised in 1992 with the infamous slogan, "Hello Boys"? Levi jeans, Lancôme lipstick, Gossard Wonder Bra, L'Oreal.
That'd be the Gossard Wonder Bra.
You are really
I've not watched any of the
correct
Gossard Wonder Bra
answer.
commercials. Like, by comparison, I have watched the the American
this is
Tourister
you
one where
guarantee
the
yourself
gorillas spawned that one. I kind of watched it because it was in the UK,
£30,000. Of course, if you get
US,
it
US
wrong,
third
you'll
edition
drop
PC
back
game,
to
PS1 game.
1,000. Take as long as you need. Here comes the question. In 2003, this man became captain of the England team in which sport? Rugby union, cricket, hockey.
Oh, that's pretty tough to host a bullseye.
Glad you chose to play that one. It's the correct answer. Fantastic. I can now write you out a check for £32,000. It's picture questions all the way now. You might as well have a go at question number 11 for £64,000. Here it comes.
Okay.
This statuette is given at which of the following awards? Brit Awards, Ivor Novello Awards, Grammy Awards, Mercury Music
That'd be
Prize.
maybe the Brits actually what he gives out actually.
Correct. Very well done. This question is worth £125,000. There is no time limit. Here it comes.
Okay.
These soldiers are part of which country's army? Lebanon, Germany, Norway,
That'd be
Israel.
Germany.
You'll be glad you chose to play that one. It's the correct answer. Right, you've done brilliantly to get this far. The next question is number 13 out of 15, and it's worth £250,000. We're talking about some huge sums of money here. So make sure you take your time and think carefully before you answer.
Okay.
Which of these countries' defense ministers would not have attended this photo opportunity? Lithuania, Czech Republic, Portugal, Sweden.
That'd be Sweden, who still have never joined the European Union
That's
to this
the
day.
right answer. You are playing
I think
superbly.
Lithuania was Valdis, Domkis, Portugal, and I know one from Lithuania was Valdis Domkis, so you can actually see Alexander Lukashenko, third from the right,
Okay,
actually,
you are
who's
now
the
just
head
two
leader of
questions away
Belarus.
from becoming a virtual millionaire. If you get this wrong, you will drop all the way back to 32,000. You're playing for serious amounts of money, so be very, very
Okay.
careful. Here comes question number 14.
Okay.
The country in which this statesman was born is now known by what name? Zimbabwe, Burkina Faso, Niger, Ghana.
Ghanaians, Kofi Annan. It's kind of one of the easiest adult questions if you know. He was the UN Secretary General when this game came out. He left in 07, so I have this one because it's 1 in 17 odds. But this game, along with the Australian version, I'll give what I think the answer is going to be, and I'll say the answer afterwards. I think the answer is going to be
Game so far. 14
a
questions
man in
correct,
front of an
so
IKEA site, which would
just
be
one
Ingvar
more to
Kamprad.
win £1 million. Now, I've got to remind you that if you get it wrong, you would drop a mammoth £468,000. Hardly bears thinking about. So here we go. The very, very best of
Okay.
luck. What part has the man on the left often played in the making of the man on the right's films? Cinematographer, screenwriter, set designer,
It's
composer.
John Williams on the far left with George Lucas at far right. And John Williams did the music for George Lucas' Star Wars. I remember, I think it was my 11th ever John Carpenter game with this. I thought about it for some time, and I remember that, like, isn't that John Williams on the far left and George Lucas on the far right? And, yeah. I know. I think Jack Sully had that a couple times actually. He was trying to see how he can manipulate the fan picture edition game. I think, and it was the most recent one he did, the fan picture edition game.
You
So.
answered all 15 questions correctly. Well done. fun. Not only have you won a virtual £1 million, you've also got the chance to win an incredible prize, a Millionaire-style luxury holiday for you and your family. All of the instructions are on the screen. It really couldn't be simpler.
Can't help myself. Very well done. Thanks for playing the Family Picture Edition of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I just can't help myself when I play this game to copy Chris Tarrant word for word, though. By comparison, Amber Guire is just so monotone in this one. I haven't checked if. I think Shark Call might be about as enthusiastic as Chris Tarrant is in the French version, though, but I know the German version. Same graphics package as this game, but under the second edition panache, which is got it just shows good to Jacques, and it just shows questioning. Similar to the UK second edition game. That being said, thanks for watching.